All right, let me turn off my heater so that way you don't have to hear that. Okay. So as we are coming on live, good morning. Okay, we've made it to another week. Um, and okay, I gotta say it. So it's funny. I just got off a call with Patrick, who is in Brendan Burchard's mastermind with me. And it's funny because, the thing that I love about these groups is that I am, I'm jumping, on calls with people, and you get to know people in the breakout sessions and stuff like that. And you're building relationships, and you get really interesting feedback. And so while I was on the call with him, I started thinking about building value-based businesses. And most people, hey Jody, good morning. When most people think about value-based business, they're thinking about the value that they provide to customers and clients. And that's not what I think about when I'm thinking about value-based business. What I'm thinking about is I'm thinking about how I am building my business to reflect the values that are important to me. Right? And so I want you to kind of think about this. If you've never thought about this before, those of you, hey Jackie, good morning. Those of you, as you're building your businesses, one of the things that I get lots and lots of pushback about in bookkeeper training school is ideal customer. And one reason that ideal customer, you can call them ideal client, you can call them dream client, whatever term you want to use. The reason that that's important is because I want you to work with people who fall in line with your values. And if you don't know what your values are, this may be a reason that you're struggling to come up with your ideal customer. So, for example, what I value in my business is I value ethics. I value integrity. I value doing what you say you're going to do. I value lifting people up and supporting people in what's important to them. I value boundaries. I value my time with my family. Right? So what I want you to do, oh, good, Jackie, I'm glad this is making sense for you. So what I'd like you to do is I'd just like you to take out a piece of paper, okay? And I want you to write down, what do you value? What's important to you in your life? I know for a lot of our members, their faith is very important to them. And so the reason that this is important is because when you're putting your documents together, when you put together things like your How I Work document, which, if you don't know what that is, it's a document that you send to your clients when you send them your contract that says, these are the hours I work, this is how you can contact me, this is how I will respond to you. It's I kind of think of it as your boundaries document, right? And when I look for clients, I'm looking for clients that are going to respect my How I Work document. And sometimes, and like you can tell, like if you have, if you're going back and forth with somebody in the early stages, like before you have your discovery call, and all of their communications are on the weekends and, at night, and they're expecting you to respond to them, and family is really important to you and your weekends are really important to you, this might not be a good client for you. But unless you know what you value, right, then it's hard for you to have these benchmarks in place where you say, nope, not my ideal client. Okay? When like for me, like integrity and ethics are incredibly important. It's really interesting. Short story. One of my friends referred someone that they knew to me years ago. And I got on the phone with this person and talked to them, and they were a little bit shady. Um, they were asking me lots of questions about how to kind of skirt taxes and, how can we make the bookkeeping, look like this, and I got off the phone and I was like, yeah, no, this is not my person. And it was funny because never heard back. Like never heard back from that person. But I followed up with my friend and I'm like, so like, what happened when you talked to your friend? And she said, well, they actually said that you were too ethical for them. And I'm like boom, like awesome. I nailed it. I nailed it, right? It was like perfect, right? That's exactly what I was going for. Because that's like a key thing. I've actually told clients before that I am not going to lose my CPA license for you. I am not going to lose my ability to practice before the IRS for you. I'm not going to lose my integrity and my ethics for you. And if you don't like that, there are other people out there who I'm sure will help you, but I am not that person. But the only reason I know that is because I know what my values are. I do not think ethics is a bad thing. Jackie just asked, why is ethics a bad thing? I don't think ethics is a bad thing. I don't think so at all. I think that there are a lot of people out there that believe that it is okay, right? And this is, believe that it is okay to skirt laws that they don't agree with, skirt rules that they don't agree with. And there are people out there that believe that they shouldn't have to pay taxes, aren't willing to work within the system to try to create change, but will rather just, skirt, right? Yeah, I know. It's one of those, I don't know. I think it's a societal issue that we have, right? That, again, and those of us, right, who are in a position where we're working with clients, we are in a place where we can work with people and say, hey, listen, having integrity is a good thing. Having, ethical principles is a good thing. And I think that the more, thank you, Teresa. Thank you. I love that story. We need good bookkeepers out there, right? We need good advisors out there to be advising business owners and say, look, this is a cost of doing business, right? Taxes are a cost of doing business. Credit card fees are a cost of doing business. Everything that we pay for is a cost of doing business. And so we just have to, we have to work that in, to our pricing and to the, to our structure. So I would love to see, and those of you that are in the Empower Bookkeeper Network, I would love to see you post about your values today. And those of you who are not in Bookkeeper Training School yet, I'd love to have, you can comment here. But let's start having a discussion, because I think that once you determine what values are important to you, figuring out who your ideal client is, figuring out your How I Work document, figuring out all the rest of the structure is so much easier. And so it's funny because I'm really grateful to Patrick for having the call with me this morning, because I did a lot of like coaching with him, and I don't think he realized how much I got out of the call. But I think that this is so critically important for us right now, to figure out who we want to be, what we want our business to be, and then start building the structure around that. So I really hope that this was helpful for you. Let me know if you have any questions. I'd love to know what you think. And again, what is important for you? And Ashley, thank you. I appreciate that. Let's keep this discussion going because I think it's going to help. And if this does help give you clarity, I'd love to know that too. All right, you guys have an awesome morning. I had to jump on another call. This is like call day for me. Super, super busy. But I really hope that helps you. So you guys have an awesome day. Take care, and I will talk to you soon.